Tomorrow, many Irish New Yorkers will be proudly marching down Fifth Avenue in the world-famous St. Patrick's Day Parade. Probably amongst the proudest will be the Irish LGBTQ group, the Lavender and Green Alliance. Last year, they won a historic victory, becoming the first Irish LGBTQ group to march in the New York Parade. This ended a 25-year boycott of the parade that began in 1991 when they applied to march and were denied. After 25 years of protests and many arrests over the years, last year they got to finally march alongside Bill de Blasio, who also had supported them and previously boycotted the parade during his previous 2 years as mayor. This year, given the divisive election, their inclusion will be especially meaningful, says the founder of the Lavender and Green Alliance, Brendan Fay. And he joins me now. Brendan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's really great to be here. Thank you.
So that is quite a battle that you guys waged, 25 years. Why was it worth it?
25 years. I think we arrived here as immigrants. It's natural that we would seek out our own community. We'd already been, as Irish LGBT people, we had found our place in the New York City Pride Parade. And that's where, you see, parades matter. Mm-hmm. They're like these human rituals where, in fact, as gay people, they're often where we find a community for the first time. So parades are very important gatherings in this city. Everybody has their moment on the avenue. And on March 17, it's the Irish moment. And we as LGBT Irish, that's where we belong, among our own people, celebrating our heritage and culture. Little did we know that we would be rejected, and many of us spent many a St. Patrick's Day being arrested. There was years of protests and arrests. But also, I look back now, and many of us often speak about Mayor David Dinkins,
really?
You know, as a model of an example of his solidarity and his support in 1991, when we were, for a brief moment, we were on the avenue. There was so much hate, so much screams. And that began this movement of, it awakened a determination in us to challenge this homophobia, this prejudice, this fear, until we would get our place in our community.
So what was it like finally being able to march in the parade?
Oh, last year, there was hundreds of us. In fact, some of us said we had grown old with the movement. We didn't think it would take 25 years. When we stepped off from 48th Street onto Fifth Avenue, there was about 300 of us. It was the mayor, Malachy McCord, Edie Windsor, and many of us were moved to tears because we realized some died along the way who had wished for this moment. But we were so happy, we were joyous. It was a great moment, not just for the LGBT Irish, not just for Lavender and Green, for the city, for the Irish community. At long last, we had arrived at the moment when we were all together on the avenue.
Well, then going forward now, because the political climate has changed drastically in the space of 6 months. So what do you see this parade meaning in its message?
Well, I think it's a very important message. As Irish people, all we have to do is remember where we came from, our own struggles, our own beginnings, our own history as refugees and exiles and immigrants arriving here. As LGBT people, we too have known exclusion, discrimination, prejudice. So it's something we share as a people. And I think it makes sense that hospitality and welcome and inclusion would mean so much to us and be very important to us. So this parade for us and our inclusion in it speaks of the importance of welcome, of inclusion, of hospitality. And that's something we struggled for, we fought for, and now we celebrate, and now we're going to hold on to it for the future.
So this is something we can expect to continue to see going forward?
Oh yeah, everybody, we've already had, hundreds of people who are registering on our website, lavenderandgreenalliance.org. And on Friday, people will see people who are so happy just to be on the avenue and who will be remembering friends who struggled for this place of equality in our own community, to hold our banner that says Lavender and Green Alliance, Winter Éireach na Héireann, celebrating Irish, lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender, culture and heritage. And to be there with leaders like Turlough MacNeilis from Belfast, Kathleen Walsh Darcy, Malachy McCord actually is every group in the St. Patrick's Parade actually gets to pick their group marshal, somebody that represents their spirit. Ours is Malachy McCord.
I was going to say that's quite a person to represent your spirit.
Oh, it is.
Well, unfortunately, though, you're not going to be there this year. Where are you going to be for St. Patrick's Day?
No, I'm not. In a way, I'm very excited to be welcomed back to Ireland by my hometown, to be Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Parade there. It's very moving. The town that I left back in the 80s, when it was a criminal offence to be gay, where we were excluded. So I'm returning home to a transformed and changed Ireland, where LGBT people have actually marched in St. Patrick's parades around the country, where on May 22nd, 2015, the people of Ireland voted to extend marriage equality to same-sex couples. I'm going back to a country that has among the most progressive legislation for transgender persons. And I'm very proud and humbled that my hometown, Drogheda in Ireland, is saying, welcome home. We celebrate you. We want you to lead our St. Patrick's Parade. It's going to be a great day to be with my family and my spouse, Tom, who will be coming home with me. So in a way, it reflects for me an international movement for inclusion and equality. And it will be quite the celebration. Both while everybody is here on Fifth Avenue, I will be celebrating and sending a cheer from Drogheda in Ireland.
Well, that sounds absolutely beautiful, and congratulations to you for making your story come full circle. Before you leave, I would like to say, though, Slán Abhaile for your travels.
Gur míle maithagad agus lá honna páraigh chuit agus Yves Galer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.